Come on in. Let's talk about it. I want to say thank you to all my members, all my supporters, all my viewers, those of you that are going to see this later. I appreciate all of you. If you would like to donate towards a viewer donated pool, the CA is PEKA69. Again, it's PEKA69. If you hear background noise, those are people living. So that's a good thing. When you do lives, you're going to hear noise in the background because this is a community. As you come in, put an emoji in the chat, in the live stream, share, send well wishes. If you feel like you need to pray for someone, you do it. Oh, well, that's because you and HE double hockey sticks. There's nothing I can do about that. Everyone else seems to say they can hear just fine. Greetings. If you could hear me, put a 1 in the chat. If you can't hear me, you need to change your device or pray because something not right. My volume is completely up. Yeah, wow, it's right. You know, I did a reading that talked about people playing. I know for a fact because I've been on this platform for a long time. That is what trolls do. They come in and they say they can't hear so that they can watch people fidget around and all of that. Now, if you're on the 13, that could explain it. You need to get rid of it. However, other than that, if everyone else is saying they could hear fine, it's something wrong with your device, not mine. I want to welcome everyone into the chat, share. Thank you. You know, what I do notice is those that have been here for a very long time that do not contribute towards no donated pool, they are not members, they are doing things behind the scenes. And because they haven't been called out, so they think they're getting away with it. But that's old news. We're on to something more positive. Oh, okay. Well, you might have descended during the sleep. So you might want to check your pendulum or ask God, the other one. How y'all doing? Did y'all see that release of my more members video? It's very interesting. You know, those that are deceptive always want to use the water energy. Why is that? Why do y'all feel like if you use the water energy, you'll come off more trustworthy? Some people may say you're a crybaby. You know what I'm talking about? What it is they don't know how to do it properly. They're over emotional, they overact. You ever see somebody overact? Oh, okay. All right. Well, you've been learning for years, right? There's a lot that you've learned throughout the years. Am I correct? My question is why you never donated towards a viewer donation pool out of 6 years? You mean to tell me you ain't had $5? Well, I do know that there was a vamping energy when I entered into this platform. And what that talks about is people watching and doing rituals to see if they could harness someone's energy. Are you familiar with that? Because I am. When I informed you that someone else was using your account, well, your name and your picture, you never responded towards that. Did you know about that? Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So how's everyone doing this morning? We're gonna keep positive vibes. It's Friday, and I do mean fry. How's everyone doing? Is there any, we want to refrain from trying to communicate with any of my members telepathically because that's not very smart. That's not very smart. So whoever you're communicating with, it's not Victoria's Tea. So we're not going to put that in the air because y'all like to do that. As soon as y'all see one of my members, y'all feel like you can act as if you are them or you're communicating with them. We already know that you're not supposed to do that. Some of you are fully aware of what happens when you do that. So, because they're bold enough to put their name there, that means they're calling you out. They want you to. I do appreciate you, and I know that you are a hard worker. So, now that you know that you've been notified, what's going to take place? So you got your notification. Well, what this is talking about is a loan, apparently, right? I don't need cards. Some of y'all feel like I do. I just try not to be intrusive. I can discern your energy from right here, and I can heal your phone too, but I don't. So go ahead and have whatever type of day your frequency allows you to have. What I did was energy clearing for a member. We do that all the time. So when I see them, it's automatic. I don't know about everyone else, but they're good. And if they're not, currently they will be. I think it's a lot of hoopla going on about my membership, but it keeps growing, so apparently something is working, right? They're there for a reason. So is there any questions for me? You know, I have to say that I'm not going to be on very long. That is me attempting to do that innocent voice. You know, the voice that you use when you're at work, when no one can tell what color you are. I do that a lot. That's the worker voice. That is, I am gainfully employed, and I want to stay that way. I learned that in my teenage years. They used to say, either acts like she's a valley girl. Y'all remember that? I can do it really well, but I know some that could outdo me by far. You would totally think that they were someone else until you see them. Then you'll be like, oh my God, gag me with a spoon. She said the G word. I fool a lot of people into thinking that they can't say certain words. I love it. Phenomenal woman, that is me. Y'all know about that? A phenomenal woman. I am. Yes, you have to be cautious about what you put after I am, because somebody could be listening. No one cares if the man upstairs is listening or seeing, because if they did, they wouldn't do 25% of the things that they do. But because they feel like he doesn't care, they do whatever they want. Oh, I didn't do what comes up on my timeline, and because I'm somewhere else, I didn't see a short when I opened up the app. That is a baby crying. Sometimes it's good to hear children crying, not kiddos, not kids. Kids are baby goats, sheeps, you know. So we don't want to put that on anybody's child. You know how I feel about that, y'all. So, what's going on? Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate you. So, anyone got any good news for me? It's beautiful over here on this side. Yes, if someone calls your child a kid, and you know they watch me, you know what they mean by that. They be sitting out in the windows. They think that y'all is oopid. Now watch somebody say oopid. Like, get in there like swimwear. He swore up and down that he was the creator of that. But you all know what I meant when I said that, right? It is a metaphor. Y'all know what I mean when I say get in there like swimwear. Like in a crackative of that additive. That's what I be doing. That's what I used to do a lot. She's wiping her nose on the shirt because she's crying. So, does anyone have any questions for me? I want to make this a super duper good live, like super duper. They're saying Ether is channeling somebody. I indeed am, and this is how she sounds. One of them says, why is she trying to sound like she is white? And the ones that I was channeling are not white. But I could do it really good, y'all. I can. Super duper. It's gonna be a super duper great day. Anyone have any questions for me? That's my phone voice. When I answer and I know it's like a business call, I say hello. When I say greetings, that means it's serious. And salutations is for the ending. So make a mental note of that. Sincerely yours. Either has spent time in the office. I like to be around children because they're innocent. Well, in my eyes, they are. I still believe no one is born innocent. Created is another thing, including myself, because they put Haxkanias on us. They didn't want us to be innocent. They didn't want us to be valued. But we were and we are, so bloop. So that's me hanging up the phone. Your name is Phil. Oh, that's funny. Your name is Phil. Feel it, you will. He's trying to be funny, but it's like they would say you were a dweeb, cornball. That's what they would say. You know, I'm seeing that. Remember Seymour Butts? Is your nose like that? And this is from The Simpsons. That is an adult cartoon. I think your nose is like that. You put me in the mind state of a booger eater. Do you eat your boogers? I'm seeing a booger eater. I do have a card with your image on it, but it hasn't came out yet. You have one of those George Jefferson dudes going. You know what I'm talking about? Seymour Butts. I can say that when you go into the office, they do a smirk. They cover their mouth and they put their head down. Do you know why they do that? Me too. Sometimes I could be. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's the best compliment I had thus far. Well, when the aristocrat talks, that's the one that they don't like because that's the one they feel should be talking to them. Aristocrats were not Anglo-Saxon. The original ones weren't. They got upset. I'm just trying to school you on his story. Hint, hint. I actually could see. Let's see. That one, I mean, they would say it. I thought it was kind of cute. Yeah. You can't catch me like that. I spend too much time uh, observing, trying to see what y'all talking about before I say something. That is for someone that is not observant. And so, well, apparently I came up on my timeline. One of them. Okay, let's see. Um, don't really want to talk about. Okay, all right. The Outsiders. I was a member of the Outsiders. Love the Outsiders. Let's see. Amoy is there. Love Amoy. Um, oh, y'all know Moat. Word around the tube streets as she was doing that spliff. Let's see. Who else is? This is interesting. I'm not gonna even say anything about him. Let's see. Nope, don't want to do that. Not gonna do that because I don't want to put no one on. Oh, I seen Queen Ob yesterday. I think it was yesterday. She's always a key. Isn't it sad what she's going through? I hope y'all all support her. Those of you that were running over there to that when she was in Distortion, doing all that filming, y'all should really try to drop her a coin or two. You would have to email me or go to ether@gmail.com. If it's called to the table, it will be called to the table. But for something like that, that's personal. So you want to email me. There is a contract associated with every energy pool that I do for people that donate, for people that frequent my service. So keep that in mind. My information is in some of my older videos, so you can click on some of those older ones. Taurus, you can click on a Taurus video and get it. I'm indeed trying to hit that 20-minute mark. 20 minutes is good, don't you think? It signifies completion. It's a full circle. So, welcome in. How are y'all? Hope you have a wonderful, blissful, blessed afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are. Try not to party too much, especially where you're at. Word around the YouTube streets is you're in Mordor. So, Mordor is not a good thing. Not being who you are, but somebody's gonna definitely go outside and see signs of being in Mordor. You're gonna say, "What is that?" Did that voice sound familiar? Did I get you? What is that? Do I sound like you? I keep telling y'all I am not a ventriloquist. Ventriloquists have puppets. Are you my puppet? Wasn't that a song? I think it was a song. I believe that I'm going to have a vanglorious day. How about you? Y'all hear that? I don't have no microphone. I love it when y'all say that I'm doing things and I'm not. And then it's proven. Like, that is like awesome. Don't you think that's awesome? I think so. Especially when it's proof that I'm not. Somebody actually researched, can you put a microphone on an iPhone, which we thought was hilarious. That is when you have equipment, like a whole studio setup. I don't have that. Remember, I'm POOR. See, I'm moving around. You see that? That means I went into the light, now I'm in the dark. I went into the light, and now I'm in the dark. I got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. One is in HELL and one is not. I'm walking that fine line. Oh, I see something got retracted. Did you do that? I'm interested to know, did you do that? Did the system do it? They want to talk about the Matrix. Why would you want to talk about the Matrix? You mean Office? That's the one you need to talk about, Office. Because when you go in there, you're going to be like, hey, WTF. Then you're going to hope nobody in your mind hears you. So,